So, finally found a good book. It's the second book by, Emily Chase. She wrote the Royally Screwed, book series, first book. She also wrote, I don't know if you guys know about, I think it's called Tangled, yeah, the Tangled series. So this is totally different. I'm not doing a video on this book. I'm actually doing it on the second book. But I've read the first book, and I thought it was quite funny how the prince found his wife in a small pie cafe, and she stuffs the pie in his face, and there goes the stare from there. So you might want to read it. But this is his brother Henry. So he was born into royalty, and he wasn't prepared to be king, since his brother kind of fell for a commoner, as they say. It's like, what? You fell for a commoner and gave up the throne? Madness! This is a blasphemy! And he's like, yeah, so what? I fell for an American chick in Manhattan, so deal with it. So he gave up the throne. Even though he gave up the throne, he's still famous, so of course she had to become with him. But luckily they help people now. So he chose move on to the throne to Henry. And Henry is a lovable guy, does a real dick to women, but he is lovable, and he has the humor to prove it. But so his story goes is that he was feeling down because he needed space for being overwhelmed that now he has to be groomed to be king, because all his life he was never groomed. They thought he was a spare. Thought, hey, yeah, just the heir to spare, never thinking they would need him. Well, his brother broke all the rules and fell for a commoner, Olivia. So, yeah. So he's overwhelmed. He's drinking his sorrows and fucking women all left and right. And apparently some angles that are probably illegal, as he would say. Oh, he's funny. So he gets in trouble with his mother. I think it's his mother or grandmother, the Queen. I'll just put it, the Queen. And she asks his brother what she should do, and he gives a proclamation of let him have his space. So technically she gives him his space and banishes him to another castle on the far side for 2 weeks. And apparently a TV producer notices that and says, hey, since you're going to be gone for 2 weeks, why not film a reality show about finding your Cinderella? And he's like, oh God, this is a great idea. I won't be bored because he's already lonely. So that's his story, and here meets Sarah Mivas and Zeneventititibum. They do really long names with these women. She's British, not American. She comes from money too, but she's not a spoiled brat or anything. She's actually a book reader, my type. So her mother doesn't want her doing anything of this TV show, but the TV producer says that she and her sister could come on the TV show with Royal Active Duty, aka getting them out of work or school for 6 weeks. And she didn't want to, but she has stage fright and had to do a presentation at work, and she's terrified. So she's like, okay, this can get me out of it for 6 weeks, but she's not going to do the show. She's only going with her sister because her sister wants to do the show because she wants to be famous and wants to be an actress and all that. It's a royal thing, you know. She's not royalty, but they have money from I don't know. It's a British thing. They're not royal, but they're like third near royalty. But she works, so she's not a commoner, but she's not a royalty either. So read the book and you'll know what she is. I couldn't understand what she was. I just cared that she's a book reader and a sweet girl and isn't a bitch like most of these people, most of these women in here. But so yeah, she's just sitting on the top in the castle, found a room. She got Henry's attention by accident. She was sitting on a hill on a tree just reading Wuthering Heights. Never read it, but that's her book. And Henry sees her and comes up to her and says, "Hey, what book read you got you sucking on that you're not sucking on a dick?" Like, oh God, he's gonna try to hit on her, and she's a virgin too. So I'm like, God, I hope she doesn't give in too quickly. And she's like, "No, I'm good with that. No, I'm fine here. I'm not part of the show." He's like, "Really? Why are you here then?" "Oh, I'm here with my sister. My mother didn't want her to come here unless, you know, if I came and kept an eye on her." She only, and that got his attention because she wasn't, "Oh, Your Highness," or, "Oh my God, I want to be with you for all nighter. I want to be your Cinderella for tonight. Your slutty Cinderella." No. So yeah, that got his attention. Finding a girl that was proper and had common sense and wore glasses. So yeah, they get along really well, and he slowly falls for her. And I'm going to read you something that falls for her because she loves books and doesn't try to get his attention like all the other 20 women on the show do. Whew, 20 women. That's a TV show for you. But yeah, they had their moment after a couple of days, and he has, because his room has cameras in his room, he can't stand it. And luckily she's not part of the show. So her room doesn't have cameras, so she allows him to sleep in her bedroom. Not on the bed, not together. Okay, after a few hours, she realizes him sleeping on the floor. She's like, "Fine, you sleep on the bed with me, but stay your area." And they do for a couple days, and she starts to slowly like him too. And it's like, oh, and they talk about their lives, and they bond, and he really bonds with her. So he starts to feel something, and he will admit it, but it ruins their friendship. So I'll show you. I try to swallow. My voice comes out low and rough like unpracticed lad at school. "I like you, Sarah, very much." She continues to look at me when a comprehensive darkens her big round eyes. I like you too, Henry." She watches I pick up her hand from her where it rests on the bed and bring her to lips softly kisses. And then I moved, and then I need her mouth. I can't remember the last time I needed anything so much. I feel like a monk. Because the other part of being on the TV show is he can't have sex with nobody. It's supposed to be emotional, get an emotional connection. So yeah. And then I need her mouth. I can't remember the last time. Maybe I never have. I lean in, and Sarah's eye fluttered close. I stroke her smooth cheek and cup her jaw with my tongue, and then press my lips against hers. She's soft and warm, so fucking sweet. I angle my mouth and our heads turn, changing direction. Sucking the smallness of her plump lower lip, and tracing it with my tongue. And then that's when she pulls away, turns her head and looks down at her hands. Sarah's breathing hard and her cheeks are flushed, and she looks so beautiful, and then it goes to bloody hell. I can't do this, Henry. She gazes down at the bed. I can't be with you. You're with me now. She shakes her head. Not in that way. Of course you can. I think you're amazing. She looks up at me and then, with her fear and sadness flashing. You do now, but what about Wallaby? But you're a wallaby. I scratched my head. Isn't that like a kangaroo? She squeezes her eyes shut and almost like she's stuttering, like she can't make the words come out, and when should they do? I wish they stayed where they were. No, a wallaby. From sense and sensibility. He was the character Maureen fell in love with. He was wild and inappropriate, selfish and thoughtless, and he crushed her. Sarah, you're not making any sense. I can't be with you because I'm waiting for my colonial Brandon. Who the fuck is Brandon? He's serious and maybe a little boring, but he loves Maureen. He's dependable, steady, romantic, and proper. That's what I want. That's who I'm supposed to be with. Proper? Let me make sure I have this right. You can't kiss me because some wanker from a book named Wallaby fucked over some other girl from a book named Maureen? She gives a small huff. When you say it like that, it sounds mad. That's because it is mad. Sarah twists her hands together. He broke her heart. It almost killed her. I looked down at her, feeling breaking something in my own chest. And you think I would do that? I would know you would do that. Because I'm Wallaby? Her chin jerks and nods. Because I'm thoughtless and selfish and just don't measure up, and because you're waiting for someone better to come along? This isn't coming out right. You think? There's a difference of pain when you're injured by someone you truly care about. It runs deeper, hurts longer, like it burns, leaving it when it gasps a hole. How's the view from the ivory tower, Sarah? Must be lovely, judging everyone beneath you, while keeping yourself too high to touch. It's not like that. I care about you. It's just I'm selfish and irresponsible and inappropriate. I heard you the first time. You could have saved yourself all those simples and just called me a dick. I love that part. Henry, I think you're a coward. See what you did there? Simple. I just think you're a coward. See what I did there? Her eyes snap and she blinks. I'm not a coward. I just like my life how it is. I wonder what the nook, and I wandered over the nook and grabbed the first book I see. You don't have a life. You hide in this room, and you cower behind these books. It's so fucking sad. I realize I've hurt your feelings, but there's no need to be cruel. You think you've hurt my feelings? If this temper tantrum is indication, I'm sure of it. This isn't a temper tantrum. This is a wake-up call. I waved the book around her face. The book around the face. These aren't your friends, Sarah. There's no sorting. Colonial Brendan popping off the page, coming to love you. I know that. Henry, be careful. It's fragile. And that pisses me off more, her concern for this imitated stupid thing. Do you even see me? Christ! I'm standing right here and real. Unlike you, I'm actually living. I waved my arms around, swinging the book by its cover. And you're more concerned with fucking the paper and ink? And that's all she wrote, with a crack, the spine. No! I didn't mean to. It breaks in half, all papers flowing all over the place. Her hair falls over her shoulders, hiding her face. Sarah, did you hear me? I'm sorry. Why does it feel like I ended saying that lately? I'll give you money to replace it. It's a book, I mean. There's more than one. Was it valuable? Get out. What? Get out! And then I nudge the floor and tip with my foot and mutter, it's my castle. Oh, big mistake. She serves me harder than I expected. Her cheeks are high with color, with her hair mussed and wild eyes. I must be hard as steel. Sarah, come on. Get out of my room. Get out. And it's the last thing I can do. I leave. Oh, ho, ho. Never messed with a girl's book. But yeah, I wanted to give you a small sample. There's another thing where she shuts the door on him after he says, get over it. But yeah, it's too long. But yeah, I love this book. She's a real sensitive person because of a sad past. She really doesn't want to get hurt, and I love the fact that they don't get. I'll give you a spoiler. They don't get married after they fall in love. It takes about a few years. He goes into the army, and she goes into helping services in other countries, which I found beautiful. They take their time with their love. It's not like a marry her now and give children type of thing. Even though she was a virgin, she gave her virginity to him to not kill her father. So yeah, I love this book a lot. I thought it was sad. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was fucking funny. So I thought Emma Chase having Sarah slam the door in the face of Henry, the royal heir, to him. So yeah, I loved it a lot.